Hey there, it's Dr. Brenda, sociologist, financial coach, founder of Gutsy Women Finances Community, full-time RVer traveling the country with my 3 cats. Hey, please subscribe below if you already subscribed. Thank you so much. I'm here with another campground review. This campground gets a 4 out of 5 campfires. Blue Springs State Park in Orange City, Florida. And I'm going to tell you what, this was a little bit difficult for me to review because I've got the campground, which, it's okay. But then I've got the state park, which is incredible. So the whole piece together, I'm like, okay, I'm going to get you a 4 out of 5. Stayed here for 6 nights in mid-April 2022. And had a very lovely stay. I'm going to give you a little tip here. Now, I got to kayak with the manatees. I mean, it was one of the most awesome things ever. The manatees, typically it warms up and they mostly go back into the rivers in March. I'm here mid-April, and there were still some. When I was here, I kayaked twice. The first day I had lots of active manatees, and the second day temperatures had warmed up. Not much in the area in terms of, couldn't spot many manatees. So anyway, this is all about timing. The manatees come in the wintertime, and at that point they close that area to swimming and I think to kayaking as well. So this turned out to be a perfect time to visit. Let's go ahead and get started with the review. Campsite, I'm giving this a 3 out of 5. Now, I've got a 32-foot motorhome. I tow a Jeep behind. Campsite was a little bit compact, narrow. I feel like I am out in the jungle. Just not a whole lot of space to maneuver. I did get my catio up. I had to move the picnic table further over. So you've got a picnic table. There's a lot of humidity here. It's real hard to keep things maintained. So, my picnic table looked pretty lousy. A fire pit. So my campsite, I gave it a 3 out of 5. It was level. One thing that I had happened to me is that I lost power at the pedestal overnight. So I had to go back in and reset it. So just make sure you've got a surge protector. You should anyway, but make sure you've got a surge protector. So I did have that experience. Okay, restrooms. These guys get a 5 out of 5. Very clean, very spacious, tiled, private. Plus there's a washer and a dryer. Oh yeah, a washer and a dryer by the restrooms. So that they get really great marks for the restrooms in the campground. Amenities and trails, I'm also giving them a 5. I just got back from a 6-mile walk. It had rained overnight, so things were my original destination. The trails were going to be muddy, so it's basically a bike path, and bring your bikes. Wow, really great trails, designated bike trails. 3 miles to a little county park and 3 miles back. And they are continuing to expand the trail system. So some of it's complete, some of it's in process. But really great bikes, kayaks, and canoe rentals. There's a boat dock where you can take a nature tour. I did that. That was incredible. You can rent inner tubes and go into the springs. And then you've got, I walked here in the evening. Things shut down at sunset. People start to head out. And I felt like I had the park completely to myself. So there's a nice trail from the campground to the park. 5 out of 5. I'd probably give them a 6 if I could. Safety, 4 out of 5. I did not see a lot of rangers coming around. Now, I felt safe, but yeah, I have to admit, I do take pepper spray with me, especially if it's in the evening, and I did go on some of the trails that are through the woods, so I felt okay, and I didn't see a lot of rangers wandering around. Cleanliness, a 4 out of 5. I think they've done a pretty good job considering this is a pretty popular park. You know, 4 out of 5. There is recycling. Always happy about recycling. And value, this is the current price for a partial hookup. There are no full hookups here, so you've got water and electricity. Right now it's $31 plus tax. I looked to see what I had paid, and with the reservation fees included, it was $28 per night. So the rates go up. That's another reason to book right away. One note now, if you are running a business like I am and you need to upload and download, major cell problems here. In fact, in the whole area, I have both Verizon and AT&T and their offsprings, Cricket and Visible. And I had to go to Starbucks and use the Lowe's parking lot also to try to upload my stuff. It's okay for phone calls. You might be able to check your emails, but the cell phone reception in this area is some of the worst that I have encountered. So if you are planning on getting some work done, you might end up going to Starbucks. So that's just a heads up. Here comes the video. I did spend a lot of time in the campground with this video. I hope you like it. If you go to Blue Springs State Park, let me know in the comments how you liked it, and hope this video is helpful for you. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay, hope to see you guys on the road. Take care. This is my campsite. I'm at campsite number 5. Had to unhitch up on top of the hill because I'm at a bit of an incline. So either the bottom or the top of the hill, if you're like me and towing something, you might need to do the same. Little bit difficult to get into, but I'm a 32-foot motorhome, so it wasn't too bad. Let me show you the site. So a little bit squished in here next to the jungle. So we have our water bib, and then you've got your electric box back here, rear of the site, and it is 30 and 50 and 20. So let me take you back up front. Here we go. Now I was able to set my catio up, which is absolutely divine. I love having my catio up. I'm here in, it's mid-April. Weather has been surprisingly pleasant so far, 70s and 80s. And there's kitties. You can see, now the picnic table had been pushed over quite a bit. I moved it over a little bit more just to get my catio up here. I have to squeeze through here to show you the little fire pit grill top, but that's also at the very back end. Feels secluded. Got neighbors, but can't really see them. Picnic table's pretty bad shape. This bench looks like it's about ready to call it quits. You sit on there, you might have part of your butt hanging onto some of the broken pieces there. So it's the site. It is this is a bit of a rock mixed with sand, surprisingly level given the potential for being totally unlevel. So this is my site. See if we can walk on up here a bit and perhaps find another site for you to look at. I'm going to take you into one of the empty sites so you can see the different layouts, different lengths. It could all be a little tricky to get into, but this gives you an idea. This one looks pretty dug out here. Somebody looks like they got stuck in the sand. So most of them, they all come with the picnic table and the fire pit. So there's another site just to give you a sense of the typical campsite. We're at the restrooms and showers right across from site number 15. Soda machine in case you need or want some soda or water. A family room. So it's got a little shower in here. So that's kind of nice. Guess what? We got a washer and a dryer. How often do you see that in state parks? Not too often. It's been quite a while. $2.50 for wash, $2.50 to dry. Don't know how well they work, but it's kind of nice that it's here. Women's restroom closed for cleaning 8:30 to 10. Time your use accordingly. Okay, so we've got some shower or some toilets, 2 toilets, ADA compliant toilet, and the showers. Hi guys, how you guys doing? Showers. This one is ADA shower. It's pretty nice. Everything is tiled. The floor is tiled. Hooks, lots of hooks. I love my hooks. And another shower. Okay, so you've got a shower curtain. Everything's tiled. A bench. Hooks. What more could a girl ask for? So everything looks pretty clean. They get a good score here on the restrooms. And there's also a second restroom. This is by site number 39. So it's the same layout. So plenty of spots and alternatives for you to shower and use the restrooms. Another washer dryer down here. In front of the restrooms, you're going to find this sign, campsites 46 to 51, dump station, this away. Let's go over to the dump station. To be honest, I don't know that I would have found it had I not seen an RV pulled over dumping. It's just basically you're pulling over to the left and dumping into this giant trough. There is a hose up here. It looks like there's a leak, so after we shut this down, I may get over there, see if I can shut that off. But it is a trough. If you are following somebody who was particularly messy, you've got to step down in here, folks. So that's the only way to get your hose in there. Well, probably, unless you can kind of wrangle it up there. But this is... This I'm not looking forward to using, so it's not a very good dump station, but if you need it, here it is. When you enter the campground area, you're going to see a little fence. It says Nature Trail, no vehicles permitted off-road. I'm going to walk on up there and report back, see what I can find. This is also where you're going to find the trash bins. There's also some recycling here. If you do have a dog, they've got doggy bags throughout the park. So there you go. Let's go see what's behind that nature trail. If you go further up on the nature trail, this is where you're going to end up. Sand Pine Scrub Observation Area. So it's basically going to get you up toward the main office. Half a mile long, so a little trail. This is what it looks like. Another trail cutting different directions, but it looks like this is the actual trail. I am at site 18, right after site 18, and you know what? There's a Amtrak train that comes through, maybe even a freight train. So that's what you hear in the background. It hasn't really disturbed me at my campsite, haven't heard it at night. So if you like trains, you get a little bit of it, but not too much. But there's a path here. It says this way to Spring. And this is really cool. I really enjoyed walking down this path. It goes into the main part of the park. You do not need to get in your car to get to the main part of the park. So I'm just going to pause here and come on back at the other end. And we're at the other end of the trail that goes from the campground to the main area of the state park. And let me walk you over here, so if you're here, maybe you can save some time, because you already know the route. When you're headed back, make sure you're looking for the sign, footpath to campground. But this gets you into the main parking lot. This is a beautiful, beautiful park. I am here on a late Monday afternoon, filming this while it's not too crowded. A heads up though, at least on the weekends, there's not a whole lot of parking here. The parking lot does get full. They'll turn vehicles around. Might be a wait for you to get up to the booth to check in. Everything that you've done to secure a spot is online, but you still got to stop at the booth and get all your information. So there are really two main areas of the park, and this is where you're going to find the springs and the swimming hole. They have inner tubes that you can rent. Now once you're down this way, what you're going to do is look for the boardwalk. So immediately in front of me is the gift locker, they call it. If you want to buy some t-shirts, you'll find it there. And right behind there are the tube rentals. So I'll show you the tube rentals.
Pero dice que se renta, ¿dónde dice ahí? Se renta ahí, watch. Frontal acá. Acá están.
So back here are where they have the tube rentals. And this is the boardwalk. You will be, if you want to go swimming, there is a cave down here. If you are into scuba diving, now you need to check in, but if you are into scuba diving, you can try to scuba into the cave. Highly dangerous. So certainly if you're new to scuba diving, I don't think it would be a good thing for you to do. There we go. All scuba divers must register at the park office. So this boardwalk goes to some overlooks of the spring, as well as the walkway that will get you into the water. It's gorgeous, isn't it? It's just gorgeous. If you are camping here, I hope you are here during the weekdays. Off season, this is what you get to enjoy. Weekends are quite another scene. So straight ahead you have some very nice overviews. I'm going to take you down to the tube and diver entry. So if you are going in the water, this is the place to be. Talks about alligators along the trails and waterways. Yes, people are swimming in here, people are tubing in here. Yeah, at least in the springs. There don't seem to be alligators, because certainly you wouldn't find me in there if that were the case.
What are you doing?
So this is it. Very nice, quiet springs.
You can make it.
You'd be coming in down here.
You can do it. Just come on this side when there's no current. So fun. I did that shit for like 10 minutes. I was like, what is it?
So the water temperature in the springs is always 72 degrees Fahrenheit. So give it a try when you're here. If you keep walking past the tube launch, you'll come to a couple of overlooks. You just hang out, relax, enjoy the scene. And this is something I wanted to show you, because this is the cave. So you can see there's surface, it's 10 feet. This goes down to 130, 140 feet. This is where the springs are coming out. And so if you are a scuba diver, a certified cave diver, here we go. Underwater cave that can be explored by certified cave divers only. So it would be a pretty dangerous place to lose your way. And that cave is about where these guys are, down here on this end. So it's a nice place to hang out. So I took you to the right to the inner tube launch and the springs scuba launch as well. Now I'm on the same boardwalk going to the left. I'm going to walk you down to the boat cruises. On the boardwalk, on the way to the boat cruises, here's your photo op. It's beautiful manatee. Great place to stop, get a good photo, and of course, don't forget to look at the other side. There are manatees in here at this time. I'm actually planning to go kayaking in the morning and check them out close. And on the boardwalk, there's a little bit of information about the Thursby House. First settler arrived here in 1856. Hey, this is what they're talking about. This is the Thursby House. Not exactly sure how to tour it, but I'm sure if you're here and you want to see inside, ask some of the staff. They may be able to tell you whether that's possible and when it's possible. So there's the Thursby House, and we're still continuing on the way to the kayaks and the boats. There is a little outpost on this side, snacks, food and drinks, also restrooms. If you're coming with kids especially, you're going to find a little play area. Some pavilions. I would guess those are reserved for events. And right behind the play area, here we go. Guided kayak tours and rentals. I asked about the guided tours, and that one you have to call, talk to these folks. I think it was about $60, but it didn't. I wasn't too, I guess, impressed with the information I received. So it would certainly be a lot more feasible to go on my own time with my own kayak, and that is definitely the plan. So here we go, guided kayak tours and rentals. I did get some inside information. Come here in the morning. Now again, I'm here April 2022, so the hours may be a little different when you visit. So this is the deal: 1 hour on a single for 20, tandem 27, canoe 22, 4 hours 35 for a single kayak. So those are some current rates. I think they also may charge you for a life jacket, a life vest. So if you have one of your own, bring it. So they have everything lined up here, ready to go. Hi. And what I was told is to come here early in the morning. You see a lot of black vultures and turkey vultures, because you can get yourself a kayak and head into the springs. That is to the right, and again, you've got alligator sign up here, no swimming. But you can go into the springs area that I just showed you, and they close it to kayaks at 11 o'clock in the morning. So go there early. You can head on into that springs area, which is exactly what I'm going to do. And they have a nature cruise, so I highly recommend it. You can sign up online. So both the nature cruise and the kayaks right in this area. And you're cruising up the St. John's River. Birds, alligators, turtles. St. John's River cruises is what you're looking for. 2-hour cruises. They departed at 10 a.m. and at 1 p.m. Check to see what the times are for when you plan to visit. But it's a little pontoon boat. Goes up the river. Very interesting. So give that a try if you can.